This is a bit of a bold statement to make, but I sometimes think people who are the most charismatic and the most like kind of magnetic have learnt that behavior in order to hide the fact that they're actually a disaster. A lot of people who are kind of more level-headed, consistent, actually probably have the right materials to make you happy. They have a quiet confidence about them. When you meet people like that who are just so, oh my God, that person, they were amazing, they were so exciting, so interesting, so funny, so this, so that. It's kind of a learnt behavior to sort of mask an insecurity and a lack, I think.
Completely agree with that.
As a magnetic, charismatic person, I don't know if I'm agree with that. One thing I was going to say.
Apart from you.
One thing, I'm joking. One thing I was going to say, our friend, well, not our friend, our intellectual friend, let's say, John Gottman, who does great research on relationships, look at frequency. How often is someone their kind, conscientious, helpful self? Because some people will cling on to that person who is 10% of the time that, and they go, look, it's there in them, I've seen it. But John Gottman says the relationship's defined by how frequent does it happen. If they get drunk, act like a disaster, and they're a mess 3 times a week, that's a hell of a lot of times to deal with a drunken, terrible mess.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost the antithesis of what, who is it? Robert Greene says. When Robert Greene I heard him say, no one ever does anything once. If someone does something, assume it's a pattern, because no one ever does anything once. Yeah, if you say, this person did this thing on a date, so I'm going to assume that's who they are, that can be quite dangerous, because it doesn't factor in consistency in that thing. That's where people overvalue a great date or a very beautiful thing that someone did for them. But they don't look at the fact that actually the rest of the time this person is unkind or, unfeeling or selfish. A lot of relationships are fueled by a couple of good acts a year.
Or a really great face.
Yes, but at least that's consistent.